Hello and welcome to the inversion series. So this is class number 7. We are shooting in the yoga shala. You will need 2 blocks and either a pillow or a blanket or a towel. And we will start in wisdom pose. Knees wide, big toes to touch, sitting back and stretching the hands to the front as you rest the forehead to the floor. Spreading the palms out and grounding the hands into the surface beneath you. Bring your awareness into the breath. And deepen the breath down into the belly for about 3 to 4 slow, mindful breaths. On your next inhale, slowly push yourself up to all fours. Bring your knees under your hips, hands under the shoulders, and bring the palms to face to the sides of the mat. And then gently rock from side to side, making sure that your shoulders and your hips are moving simultaneously and you're not moving one in front of the other. So we are connecting the upper and the lower halves of the body. And then find your center, bringing the palms to face forwards again, now rocking back and forth as you spread the palms and ground through the base knuckles on each hand to just gently warm up the wrists. And then come to the center again, bring the knees to touch. Start with your right knee as you circle it up high and drop it down. You can point or flex into the foot. Make sure that your glute is actively pulling the knee as high as possible. Swapping directions on the circles. And then straighten the right leg out, lifting the leg as high as you can. Bring the left arm to the front. Inhale here. Lift the lower belly. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to tap. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And gently swapping sides, left knee circles out. Really activating the glute on the left now. And swapping directions on the circles. And straightening the leg, actively lifting through the glute and lifting the lower belly as your right arm reaches. Exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale, 3 more at your own time. And bringing the hands down, curl the toes, inhale for a cow stretch, exhale to downward facing dog, paddle out the legs. Bring the big toes to touch, inhale to lift the right leg and circle the knee twice. before flaring the knees, stacking the hips, looking over the left shoulder towards the right foot. And then straightening the right leg out for three-legged dog. Now circle into the foot to open the ankle. And swap directions. Right foot comes down. Inhale, left knee lifts and circle 2 times. To open and flare, look over the right shoulder to the left foot. And straighten the leg, circle into the ankle. And swap circles. Left foot comes down. Inhale into a plank, keeping the body in position. Exhale to forearm plank. Inhale back to plank. Exhale to forearm plank. One more inhale to plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Holding forearm plank. Knee to elbow on the left. Tapping. Inhale back. Same leg. Exhale to tap. Inhale. Exhale to tap. Inhale. Right knee to elbow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to tap. Inhale. Exhale to tap. Inhale, forearm plank. Exhale, hips down for Sphinx pose. Pull the shoulders down the back. Breathing here for a couple of breaths as you really feel the tip of the shoulder blade pulling actively down the back. This will also help to keep your elbows in. Now bring the hands to flare out just about 15 degrees, maybe pointing towards the corners of the mat. Keep the elbows tucked in. Keep the shoulder blades pulled down. Squeeze your glutes and inhale, lift the elbows. So you want to be able to exhale to drop. Inhale to lift a couple of times without letting the elbows flare out. Let me just show you what it looks like from a different angle. So without letting this happen, you want to keep the elbows like chaturanga arms. And coming back to Sphinx, inhale here. Exhale, forearm plank. Breathe. And then inhale here. Exhale, walk the feet in, lifting the pelvis for dolphin pose. Now your knees can be bent. It's completely okay. Just take a couple of breaths. And gently bring the knees down and sit back to Vajrasana as you circle the wrists out. Now bring 2 blocks in front of you. You might only need 1. You might need 2 of them in this position if your shoulders are quite broad. If you have very narrow shoulders, you can just use 1 like this. You can also do both and play with both. So elbows pulling into the blocks to squeeze the blocks. Practice lifting and dropping the blocks. This will really help to create that solid foundation for a forearm stand. So really again feeling your lats activate to keep the elbows intact. And if you really want to challenge yourself later in your journey, maybe today if it resonates, you can do it from dolphin to down dog. Okay, so these are nice drills that you can practice in your own time. And we'll come back to down dog. Just take 2 to 3 breaths here. Maybe turn the neck from side to side to make sure there's no tension in the neck. And resting in the center for 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the heels. You can step, hop or float to the top of the mat. Find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, curl up to stand, reaching tall. And exhale, bring the hands down the sides, but then continue to circle them out into big circles overhead, one arm on top of the other. And bring them to the sides. As you bring a block to squeeze in between the thighs again, we'll do a couple more rounds with the Ashtanga Sun Salutation A, with a couple of modifications with the block in between the thighs. Lift the toes, spread them out and ground them back down. On your next inhale, reach up top and lift the heels to come into Talasana. Exhale, heels down, Swan Dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and jump through Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. We'll take one more breath here. And inhale, lift the heels, hop to the top, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back to rise onto the tippy toes, Talasana. Find length in the body, squeeze the legs and the arms. Exhale, heels down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale into plank. Now from here, down into forearm plank. Inhale to Sphinx. Exhale, back to forearm plank, back to plank. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Inhale, hop to the top. Half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back to rise into Talasana. Exhale, heels down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to plank. Coming into side plank on the right. Keep squeezing the block. And rolling to side plank on the left. And to Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Down Dog. Take a breath. Inhale, hop to the top. Half left, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back to rise. Last Talasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a breath with the block. Just feel that inner thigh activate. And then gently release the block to the side. Okay, big toes to touch to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Down Dog. Big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step outside of the right hand. Lifting the back knee, lift the chest forwards, breathe. Now grounding through the left arm, inhale the right arm up. Exhale the back knee down. Inhale here. Exhale, shift the hips back into a half Hanuman. So the twisted version. Inhale, coming to the front, lift the back knee. Exhale, knee down and shift back. Inhale to the top. Exhale to revolved half Hanuman. And bringing the front foot down, front hand. As you lift the back foot, 45. Inhale to sweep the arms up next to the ears, warrior one. Now turn the palms to face back. Feel that tip of the shoulder blade pull down. And imagine you're pulling your hands through thick mud. As your shoulders pull down the back and your hands actively pull to the sides of the body and your shoulder blades are touching here, straightening the arms and leaning forwards. Charging lunge. Make sure your arms are really working here. We want to activate the muscles when we go upside down. And slowly moving forwards, lifting the back leg for warrior 3. Keep pulling the shoulders down the back. Inhale here, exhale, plant the hands. Now you can also use blocks under the hands. Inhale, lift the left leg, exhale, Shiva squat. Bend the knee and bring it down outside of the right ankle. Inhale to straighten, exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten, exhale, step the left foot to the back. Keep the knee up. Thread the right hand under the right thigh and the left hand to the side. So it looks like this. You're welcome to stay in a dragon or try the flying dragon variation. Breathe. 2, 1, and coming out for a scorpion chaturanga. Inhale to lift and bend the right leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, bring it down for cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths. Inhale the left leg up and step the foot outside of the left hand, lifting the back knee, lifting the chest. Breathe and hold. And then planting the right hand firmly under the shoulder, inhale the left arm up. Exhale the back knee down. Inhale. Exhale, shift the hips back, flex into the front foot. Inhale, coming to the top, lift the back knee. Exhale, moving back. Inhale. Exhale. And hand and foot comes down, back foot 45. Inhale, sweep the arms up next to the ears, warrior 1. Now turn the palms to face back. Shoulders are actively pulling down as you move them through thick mud. So strong, active pull of the arms, activating the lats down the back, charging lunge. And hopping onto the left foot, lift the back leg for warrior 3. Keep the arms active, whole body active. From the crown of the head to the tip of the back toe, nothing is spaghetti. Inhale, exhale, hands come down to the floor, standing split Shiva squat. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale to lift and step it far to the back. Option to bring the hands to the inside of the left foot and hold, or to thread it under for flying dragon. You can also thread it under and bring it to the floor if it's too much to lift. 3, 2, 1, and planting the hands, bring the left leg into scorpion. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Bring it down, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. And inhale, lift the heels, hop to the top. Half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back to rise. Exhale, Tadasana. And inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let's challenge ourselves with a double chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the chest and plank. Now inhale into the chest. Exhale, tap the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Last one. Inhale and shoot it to the left for fallen triangle. Left arm lifts up. Option to hold here or move through 3 lifts. Exhale to drop the hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drop. Inhale to lift. Place the left hand. Bring the right knee back in. And step the right foot in between the hands. Back foot hops 45. Inhale, find length and fold for a quick pyramid pose. Use blocks if you need to. And lifting the back leg for standing splits. Option to hold or to play with lifting the right arm, shooting it up to the sky. Or if you want to play by lifting the left arm as well for toppled tree. And slowly step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, forearm plank. And inhale, walk the feet up for dolphin. So now bring the big toes to touch and lift the left leg up again. So opening the right leg a little bit more. Option to hold or to play by lifting the right heel. Almost like you want to attempt moving into a forearm stand. So you want to pull the shoulders down the back, away from the ears, and also protract the upper back. Exhale, knees down, child's pose or wisdom pose. You can also bring the hands to the sides, palms facing up. And inhale slowly to curl up. And meet me back in down dog. Big toes to touch. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest and plank. Inhale, hug the knee in. Exhale, tap. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale to lift and then shoot it to the right. Right arm lifts for fallen triangle. Option to hold or to exhale the hips down. Inhale to lift. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Right hand plants, left knee into the chest and step the foot. Hop the back foot 45 degrees for a very quick pyramid pose. Breathe. And lifting the right leg up for standing splits. Option to hold or play by lifting the left arm first and maybe the right for toppled tree. Really need everything to be active in this pose. Inhale, exhale, step it back to plank. Same exhale, forearm plank and lift the hips for dolphin. Lifting the right leg up this time, hold or lift the left heel and bring it back. So you are almost attempting to go into forearm stand. Just playing with the feeling, the sensation of bringing all the pressure into the upper body. And exhale, resting in child's pose or wisdom pose. And slowly rolling up to lie on your back. We'll do another couple of hollow body rocks just to prepare the body to go upside down. Lifting the feet off of the floor, lifting the arms overhead. Option to hold this low Navasana or to rock. Inhale and exhale into a short Shavasana. Slowly open the eyes, bringing the towel or a pillow to you. Placing it on the floor, we're going to do a couple of pull-ins to activate the core. Now you're welcome to do it on your knees if this is more comfortable or accessible to you, but otherwise try to do it on your feet. Inhale, exhale to pull in. Inhale, exhale. We'll do at least 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now, taking all the blocks and props to the side, prop yourself up against the wall if this is the first time attempting forearm stand. So imagine my wall is over here. I will bring my hands, fingertips into the wall and elbows in line with the wrists under the shoulders. So nice 90-degree angle here when I start. You don't want the elbows to go out. You don't want the hands to go out. You can use a block in between the hands, thumb and index finger around the block to help ensure that your hands stay intact. You really want to push the hands, the wrists, the forearms, everything down into the floor. And then lifting the knees into dolphin pose. Big toes to touch and lifting up one leg at a time. Lift the bottom heel and hold here. If you feel comfortable to continue with the second step, you can slowly lift the left leg as well. Now, if your feet go towards the wall, that's okay, but over time you want to bring it back to that hollow body position. And then slowly come down one leg at a time as well. Give your arms a break or rest in child's pose. This one you have to attempt going up one leg at a time, and you want to lift one leg up at a time. You don't want to kick, because without a wall, you're going to just kick all the way over into a back bend. Now, if that happens, if you end up falling over or you attempt it without a wall, make sure you warm up your back so that if you go into a back bend, your body is able to handle it and you're not injuring yourself. We can also do a bit more back bends in the next class. But for today, I just want to focus on the basics of a forearm stand, and I'm assuming you're using a wall today. So lifting up, always swap legs. So opposite leg goes up as well. An option to just lift the bottom heel and hold. Or if you're feeling up for it, attempt to lift the bottom foot. With control. Yes, so you don't want to kick too hard, you don't want too much momentum, you really want to build the strength to control one leg up at a time. I'm just going to try one time with the block. And notice my gaze is in between my forearms in the center. I don't tuck my chin in. I just have it down onto the floor because this will give you some orientation when you're upside down. Personally, in a forearm stand, when I tuck my chin, I'm completely disoriented and it throws me off. So you can play with that, and then you can also play with stepping out side to side. So I'm going to do it in this position so that you can see what it looks like. And then you will step out to the side or to the other side. And when you step out, you can just come down onto your knees. That's also a good safe exit. So you can do that against the wall, like cartwheel out to the side, come up, cartwheel out to the side, come up, and do both sides to be familiar and comfortable with both sides, exiting and entering. And that's it for forearm stand workshops. So knees under the hips, opening the chest a little bit to decompress and release the shoulders for puppy pose. And slowly come onto the front, back to Sphinx, as you thread one arm under the opposite arm for a single arm stretch. And lifting the gaze, we'll do the opposite arm. Oh yeah, I remember this one is called single closed wing stretch. And lifting your head, we'll move into plow pose. You're welcome to use a block overhead if you'd like. Moving or rolling over, gently place the feet either on the block or on the floor. If they hang in the air, that's completely fine. If they do touch the floor, curl the toes under and push the balls of the feet towards the floor. Bringing the hands to the floor as you gently roll down one vertebra at a time. And coming into Shavasana. Palms of the hands facing up, feet flopping to the sides. Taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And allowing the whole body to simply relax into the bones, into the joints, and into the space between the eyebrows. And you can slowly start to deepen the breath. Gently move the toes and the fingers. As you hug the knees to the chest, slowly roll to your side. And slowly push yourself up to sit. Just taking a moment in an upright position, noticing how you feel. And just being grateful for your body for being able to move you through this class today, for holding you, for supporting you, for allowing you to have this experience. Bringing the hands into the chest and gently bowing to close in gratitude. Namaste.